So you see the images directly in front of you, and this is obviously going over the fact that we have more than likely sleeper cells within the United States, because remember, the United States is homogenous, I guess you could say. It's full of immigrants, right? People from all over. So you don't know who is who and who is up to what. So this is something that I looked up, and this is what was stated. It said that the topic of Iranian sleeper cells in the United States refers to allegations or concerns about covert Iranian operatives or groups within the United States potentially acting in a dormant state but ready to activate if necessary. These concerns have been raised by intelligence agencies, political analysts, and security experts, especially in relations to Iran's geopolitical interests and activities in the Middle East. However, there is limited confirmation on public information or evidence available that directly ties sleeper cells to specific activities within the United States. What are sleeper cells? A sleeper cell is a group of individuals, often part of a larger organization, that operates covertly within a foreign country and remains inactive for a long period of time. These individuals usually integrate into the society of the host country, leading normal lives, but are trained or prepared to act upon orders when the time comes. This could include acts of sabotage, espionage, terrorism, or other forms of attack. Iranian activities and influence in the United States. Number one, intelligence gathering. Iran has long been known for intelligence gathering operations abroad, including in the United States. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or the IRGC, and its QODS forces have been responsible for operations aimed at monitoring and influencing events in countries where Iran has strategic interests. Number two, Hezbollah and Iran's allies. While not exclusively an Iranian organization, Hezbollah, a Shiite militant group based in Lebanon, has received substantial financial and military support from Iran. Hezbollah has been accused of maintaining a presence in the United States with potential sleeper cells or sympathizers, although direct proof of such cells being active has not been clearly established. Number three, cyber operations. Iran cyber operations have been well known and documented, with Iran targeting United States infrastructures, private companies, and government systems. While not necessarily tied to sleeper cells, these operations are part of a broader strategy to exert influence and undermine United States security. Number four, the United States counterterrorism efforts. The United States government has continuously monitored threats from foreign entities, including Iran, and there have been cases where individuals with links to Iran have been arrested for espionage or terrorist-related activities. However, these cases typically involve individuals acting independently or in small groups rather than large, coordinated sleeper cells. Next, we have intelligence and security concerns. The United States intelligence community has raised concerns about the potential for Iran to activate sleeper cells, especially in the event of rising tensions or conflicts. However, there is lack of specific public evidence shown that widespread existence of such cells in the United States at the present. Much of the concern stems from the broader geopolitical situations, including, number one, the United States-Iran relationship. Historically, relationships between the United States and Iran have been fraught with tension, especially since the Iranian Revolution in 1979, the United States Embassy hostage crisis, and Iran's nuclear programs. Next, we have sanctions and proxy wars. Iran is engaged in proxy warfare through groups like Hezbollah, Hamas, and others, and the United States have been a primary target of these indirect operations. This is a major reason why some experts speculate that Iran may be positioning sleeper cells in the United States. Public evidence or lack thereof. While the idea of sleeper cells is frequently mentioned in security discussions, hard evidence in the public domain is scarce. Allegations about sleeper cells are typically based on intelligence assessments, which are often classified or not publicly revealed unless linked to an active investigation. Without solid proof, it's difficult to draw definitive conclusions about the scope of this threat. Number one, states with significant Iranian or Shia populations. State with sizable Iranian Americans or Shia Muslims. Communities could be more susceptible to potential sleeper cell activity or recruitment. These communities may be targeted for intelligence gathering or even covert influence operations. However, it's important to emphasize that the vast majority of Iranian Americans and Shia Muslims are law-abiding citizens, and there is no evidence suggesting that they are involved in nefarious activities. Number 1, California. Los Angeles and the Bay Area have large Iranian American populations, and these regions may be considered focal points for both diplomatic outreach and potential covert activities. The region has key infrastructure, tech industries, and military bases, i.e. naval bases in San Diego. Number 2, New York. New York City is another area with a large Iranian diaspora, and it's also a key financial, political, and cultural hub. Its status as a global metropolis makes it a potential target for espionage or covert influence. Number 3, Texas. Houston and Dallas are known to have growing Iranian populations and are significant in terms of the United States oil industry, which can make them targets for intelligence gathering. Number 4, Virginia. North Virginia is home to significant Iranian American population, and it's also very close to Washington, D.C., where intelligence and military operations are based. Number 5, Illinois. Chicago has a large Iranian community, and it is also an important center of commerce and transportation. Number 2, states and key military installations. Some of the United States with the largest military bases may be considered strategic in the context of sleeper cells, as these bases house critical defense and intelligence infrastructure. Iran could theoretically target these areas for espionage, sabotage, or influence operations. Number 1, California. As the home of Naval Base San Diego, Edwards Air Force Base, and numerous other installations, California is critical to the United States military. The presence of sensitive defense technology and assets could be a target for Iranian intelligence. Number 2, Texas. Texas hosts multiple military bases such as Fort Hood, Joint Base San Antonio, and Naval Air Station Corpus Christi. Iran's interest in these areas could be for espionage purposes. Next, we got Georgia. Fort Benning and Fort Stewart are largely military bases in Georgia, and the state also has strategic importance for logistics and defense industry. Next, we have Florida. The United States Southern Command, or the U.S. South COM, is based in Miami, and the state has several key military installations, including Naval Air Station Key West. Number 3, states with strategic infrastructure. States with critical infrastructure, especially those related to energy production, transportation, and communication, could be potential targets of covert operations. Iran may want to sabotage or disrupt infrastructures in the event of heightened tension. Number 1, Alaska. Given its proximity to Russia and the Arctic, Alaska has strategic military and defense importance. It's also a key location for United States energy resources. Number 2, Louisiana. The state is home to significant oil and gas infrastructure, including offshore drilling and major refineries, making it vulnerable to energy-related cyber attacks and/or sabotage. Number 3, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is a hub for United States energy infrastructure, including power plants and transportation networks, which could be targeted in a conflict. Number 4, states with financial or political significance. The United States Capitol and surrounding areas are often the focus of international espionage activities, including those from Iran. Number 1, Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia. As the seat of the United States government and intelligence agencies, the D.C. metro area is of extreme strategic importance. Iranian sleeper cells, if they existed, would likely be positioned near the center of power for information gathering or disruption. Number 2, New York. As a financial hub, New York City could be a target for economic sabotage, hacking, or other covert activities. Its location as a global trade center makes it highly important in the geopolitical landscape. Number 5, other vulnerable areas. Some areas may be susceptible due to geopolitical significance, proximity to international borders, or other factors. Michigan, home of a large Arab American population, Michigan has been a site for United States counterterrorism operations. Its proximity to Canada and the border with the Great Lakes could theoretically be used to elicit cross-border activities. Number 2, Ohio. Ohio's proximity to major shipping and rail lines, combined with key manufacturing industries, could make it a target for cyber attacks and/or sabotage. I do want to say, anybody who actually made it through the full duration of the video, much love, respect, and appreciation. I normally don't decide to do videos like this because even with whatever information I have to give, a lot of people tend to tune it out, not want to listen or whatnot, whatever. So again, shout out, much love and respect to you, because this is more than likely, it will be a low viewed video, as typically these types of videos are. But the main reason I wanted to bring up this information is to show how vulnerable America is. And the fact that we have allowed so many people directly into this country and we don't know where their allegiance is. This is why I've said oh so often in a multitude of videos, it just wasn't a joking faction. When I sit up there and say that you can only serve two gods, I mean just that. So when I sit here and I critique and I talk about the fact that you have migrants, immigrants, whatnot, or whatever here, and they're waving their flags, again, that's disrespectful. That's showing that you don't actually respect, you're not actually trying to assimilate into this country. You still have allegiance to another country, right? They're still playing for the home team, which means if any type of war breaks out against their country, they're playing for the home team. They're going to be against this country. Like I said before, that is problematic. I, as an American, irregardless of whatever problems that I have directly in home, right? Meaning with the system, the government, white people, all this stuff, regardless of any of that, again, I'm America first. At the end of the day, this is the land, this is the country, this is the area, realistically. No matter how much I have a disagreement or whatnot, this is the country that I would sit up there and fight directly for. Right? There is no other country out here that I would sit up there and risk my life, fight for, try to, defend or whatnot. There is no other country out there. And I get that some, black people out there will disagree. Like, I wouldn't be fighting for America. Rah, rah, rah. That's great. All right. Then you find your little space. Right? Because again, I'm fighting directly for home. I can dislike, have a disagreement, love, hate relationship, whatnot, or whatever. Again, home is directly where the heart is. I don't have a home nowhere else outside of this. America is it. Right. So within that, I'm pretty sure a lot of other people can at least agree on that simple thing. When I look at a lot of these migrants and these immigrants, this is not their home. This is not their heart. And this is what I mean by this is not their home. They don't have no type of allegiance. They don't have no love, no skin in the game. They don't have no type of care. They are only here to take. And as soon as anything breaks out, oh, they dipping. They are not about to be joining the army. They're not about to be arming up and doing this, that, and the third. If they do arm up, now you got to sit up there and figure out, are these immigrants going to see you as an American citizen, or are they arming themselves to defend themselves against you because they're playing for the home team and they're going to be here to try to take what little slice of whatever is basically here so they can deliver it back to their government. Like I said, a lot of people are not looking very deep when it deals with this whole thing, dealing with immigration and all these other types of things. And again, I wanted to bring this up to show how easy it is for any of these people that are immigrants to come directly here and be a sleeper cell. That's any of them. Like I said before, the largest population of Arabs that we got in the United States, bar none, is directly in Dearborn, Michigan. Highest, densest Arab population that you will literally see. Like it's crazy. It's to the point where once you start going through, and people from Detroit, people in Michigan know what I'm talking about. Once you start going through Dearborn, Michigan, it was at a point in time during some of the years where the signs, you would only have a few signs in Dearborn, Michigan that were actually in English. They would start to just be in Arabic. And I'm like, dog, what are you doing? I'm like, you're in America at the end of the day. I get that you got this little land and y'all made this like your home and y'all little slice, but you're still American at the end of the day. We're still going to be coming to and from and through, and maybe we want to come to your stores. Maybe we might want to, spend some money, whatnot, or whatever. It's like, yo, this is disrespectful. You're not in your country. You're here. So as such, you need to make sure for business purposes, and also since you're in America, to make sure all of this is in English. That's what you need to make sure to do. And I'm going to say you need to because you're here. It's not like they're back in wherever it is that they set up there and came from. That'd be vastly different. Do whatever it is that you want to sit up there and do there. You don't got to have none in English. Speak Arabic all you want to, and have, all types of, words and whatnot or whatever directly on them signs, right? It don't need to be bilingual. But when you're in the United States, you better make sure that your signs are bilingual. You better make sure that you know how to sit up there and speak English when you're here. Like I said, I'm not playing none of those games. I am not playing none of those games. I don't care how anybody want to try to make it. Oh, you're xenophobic. I don't got whatever. Call me whatever you need to sit up there and do in order to sleep at night, because I'll be that. Because let me tell you, I can never go to another country and say death to said country. I can never go to somebody else's country and immigrate there and decide to say any type of nonsensical nonsense like that. People can only do that by way of coming to America. Color me surprised on that. And this is why a lot of people say that America is the greatest country on the face of this earth, because you can literally come here and be a foreigner and speak out against this government, because they know that they could never do anything like that when it deals with their country, because it will be on site for them. It'll be a green light. You would have the regime, you would have the army, you would have some private military come in and snatch you directly out of your house, throw you in the street, bow, bow, Alec Baldwin style, and that's it. And you're an example. Your head is directly on a pike outside to let everybody else know, if you want to go out there and speak out against me, this is what's going to happen to you. This is what's going to happen to your family. This is what's going to happen to your relatives and your little dog. But I know nothing like that in America, because we allow people the ability to be free, because we understand that you don't have those same freedoms elsewhere. This is why other people run directly from their countries and come directly to America so that they can do stuff like this. Like I said, at this moment in time, look it up if you want to. You literally have Arab Americans out there. It might have been Michigan or somewhere else in one of the states, but they're literally saying death to America. That's crazy. That is diabolical. You're here. You could have been anywhere else saying this. You could have went to China. You could have went to different places in Africa. You could have went to Australia. You could have went to Canada. You could have went to some different places in Asia. You could have been anywhere else. But oh, no. They decided to come here in order to preach this. And this is why I have to look at a lot of these people differently, because those could be sleeper cell agents. Those very easily could be sleeper cell agents. Like I said, I, as an American, can never go to a different country and decide to preach from the rooftops, death to whatever country. Do you understand how stupid that is? Do you, like I said, whatever. Like I said, people will figure it out. people will figure it out when it's time to sit up there and figure it out. But by that time, it's going to be too late. So, like I said, to the people that made it through this video and listened to the information that was there and took a listen to my words, thank you. Much love, respect, and appreciation, because like I said, there are very so few videos up in this year, very so few videos of information, because I've learned and understood that the masses out there do not tend to go for information. They don't tend to want to actually know. It's more so sensationalized and emotional and all of that garbage. And like I said, this is how a lot of people are lost. Like I said, at one point in time, I would do live streams in different videos where I would try to tell people like, yo, this is the type of, crank radio that you would buy. These are the type of water filters or water filtration systems that you need, that you can sit up there and travel, go to and from, and using streams outdoors. And, like I said, I would do my best to try to put a lot of videos and information out there. And, those videos would get little to no views, but I'm pretty sure, because of how everything is looking at this moment in time, over the next coming months, 2 years or whatnot, you're gonna have a lot more people looking towards learning how to live off the grid, trying to live outdoors and things of that nature. So like I said, to anybody out there, Godspeed, because I don't know what to tell you what's going to happen during this whole situation. Don't know what to tell you. Don't even really know what to tell you what's going to happen during the next 3 years, but it's going to be something. 2028 is slowly coming directly around the corner. And as I commonly told people, and then from that, you're going to be looking at 2032 and 2035. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting, especially dealing with China. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video, and if you even got anything from this, or even if you got some information to directly add yourself of something that I may not have listed or missed, jot that down in the comment description, so that other people can happen to know about that as well. But anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.